Whatever you as an adult do not let God help you face and deal with, your narcissistic ways, your toxic ways, your filthy language, profanity, cuss words, explicitly vulgar words, foul language, inappropriate language, your gossiping ways, you being a tear bearer, snitching on folks, being vindictive, you retaliating, being vengeful, you dominating folks, you being nosy in folks' business for the wrong motives, intents, and agendas. Whatever your evil, deceitful, wicked ways are, your good ways, you being generous, you considering others, you choosing to be loved, or you choosing to be a liar, you choosing to be a gossiper or a backbiter or a Judas and betray other people's trust, you choosing to be a smoker or eat unhealthy or be a glutton or live like a pig in a parlor or a pig in a pigsty, you choosing to mistreat good-hearted people. If you don't, before you get pregnant or find out you got a child, or you're about to be a dad, or you're with child as a female, if you don't choose to let a perfect being who is holy and unconditionally loves you and that child help you to deliver you from your toxic, demonic, satanic ways, your fleshly ways, your carnal ways, your religious ways, religious meaning your form of God, but you don't live by the Bible. You don't live by his book. You pick and choose like unhealthy food, what you want to eat, and leave the healthy stuff there. Okay? You want to pick and choose God's blessings and his miracles, but you don't want to choose the crucifixion of your flesh or the rebukes and chastisements and deliverance from God, or his rod and staff, so that you can be who he created you to be. So if you as an adult are not going to choose to let God begin to work on you and go through your process of healing and deliverance too, so that our future won't be like you or worse than you, then why are you getting upset when your child is lying? Don't get upset when your child is using filthy language or bullying people at school or taking guns to school, or when they start cheating because you like to sleep with married people, or you've cheated, or you was a cheater. We all have to reap what we sow. So if you want to shift that, let God help you, if you will, because you do have a choice. Let God help you to break those curses, break bloodline curses, because every family bloodline has them. No one is exempt from them. So if you don't let God work on you, your toxicity, your narcissistic, prideful ways, your lustful ways, your lying tongue, your gossiping tongue, your blessing and cursing tongue, whatever it is that you do that God been trying to get your attention on, if you don't start letting God deal with those things in you, your seed will come out worse than you and actually turn on you. And you'll be having to, it's like God is mirroring you to you. So that's my relationship advice for you as parents, for those of you that have children or you adopt children, whatever the case may be. Even if you're not a parent, but you're raising, you're a grandparent or whatever, you should stop expecting this child to be nothing but good when you have more than good in you, that you have spiritually, mentally, and emotionally inherited and transferred and passed to that child or those children, and they didn't ask for that. They didn't ask to inherit your also evil, toxic, fleshly, immature, carnal, religious, satanic, and even demonic, deceptive, lying, lustful, prideful, narcissistic, whatever it is that you're still operating in ways. That was not their choice. They don't have a say-so on that. So again, before you go bad-mouthing your child or children or other people's kids, let God get the beam out your eye and stop focusing on the mote that they receive from you because of your choice of lifestyle. Remember, children don't get to choose and what we want to inherit from our parents or our bloodlines. So you should choose to consider that first as a parent, a grandparent, or uncle, auntie, whoever you are that takes responsibility on our future, because the youth is our future. So if you're not letting God teach you and work on you to become and be who he created you to be and be LOVE, you're the problem to our future being distorted demonically. I'm Gabrielle, relationship expert. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me. Let me help you be who God purposed and intended for you to be concerning your identity with raising children. Because again, it's bad when our children are in the wrong hands, but it's a good thing when they're in the right hands. I'm Gabrielle. Till next time.